The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Vikings, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Now Jones. There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing Jones. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a 1st down.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Jamison Williams, 43 yards. And the Vikings put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Thompson Robinson throwing here.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Going with Armstead, a first down carry.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Second and 10. Play action, now Thompson Robinson.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
From the gun, it's Thompson Robinson.
And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
Pushing through tacklers at the 30.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and inches, Jones.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Beginning the drive here with Armstead. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This one into the hands of Will Mallory.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Armstead running straight ahead. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Thompson Robinson here from the gun. Washington's got it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there, and that about what he did after the catch.
Yeah, that's your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come up and put a hit on him, do they?
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Right through. Drill 3.
Thompson Robinson now. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Off play action. Jones. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Jones on 3rd down. And going deep for Hill. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart, his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of an 8.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now they'll change things up.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st down. Here's Thompson Robinson.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them. Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Red, yellow, black, red.
3rd down from the gun, Thompson Robinson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, Jones.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Off play action, Jones. He's airing it out for Williams.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked off by Marquise Bell.
Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is DTR.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Thompson Robinson will look to throw.
It's going to be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Going for it. Thompson Robinson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, you're still in the first half and going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Jones throw going into the hands of Williams.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's Jones throwing on first down.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw again.
And to find the open man, that's complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Herbert.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the Ravens going to use... as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Out of the gun, Thompson Robinson. Got his open man. It's Mallory.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Thompson Robinson to throw on first down. And that one too wide and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And once more, it's Thompson Robinson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Thompson Robinson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, Thompson Robinson will look to throw here. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Thompson Robinson now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive. Something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this 2nd half. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stock troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danico Autry able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Now Hill to return it.
Oh, look at the juke.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team, because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Throwing Jones. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Off the play fake, Sanders.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with.
He's not the high draft pick. He's not...
Touchdown, Vikings! Devin Duvernay, 27 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right. Pushes the lead up to 11. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
This taken in right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now Sanders from the gun on third down.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it fourth down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, it must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Now Jones. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down, Vikings. Back to throw. Jones.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Now we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now Jones, off play action.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, the decision there, 4th and goal, they go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
On the handoff, Armstead. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Sanders to throw on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they change plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards.
Well, that was a... his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Corey Davis from 4 yards out. And the Vikings have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
And they did. It worked. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. They go with a screen to goal. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cunningham.
He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st and 10, Cunningham. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Cunningham looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Cunningham. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 17-yard line.
On the carry, it's Chestnut.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Cunningham.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Third and 19.
Now Cunningham.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Antonio Johnson.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.